Ladies and gentlemen, I am calling us, listen to me, because we have to operate in the spiritual. I am calling the conscientious Christian community all over this country, the conscientious Christian community all over this country. I am calling for a 40-day fast from Target. Beginning on March the 5th, 100,000 conscientious Christians. You don't have to be black, Latino, Asian, white, 100,000. You're going to sign this commitment to be a part of this 40-day fast. 100,000 of you bare minimal. I'm asking you that after service you'll go to targetfast.org. Targetfast.org. I want you to share with everybody on your job, every person in your home, every person in your sphere of influence, every person who follows you on social media. I am believing for 100,000 people are going to sign this covenant commitment of not just prayer, but fasting from Target. Here's what is amazing. Listen to me, because what we learned from the Montgomery bus boycott is that racist America doesn't respond to speeches. They respond to dollars. Come on, and if they start losing $29 million a day for 40 days, we will break the back of the system. I want to go on record that not only am I asking you to fast for 40 days from Target, I am telling you to sell all of your Target stock. I want the stock to go down because we are standing in righteous indignation against racism and sexism in this nation. I hear the naysayers, I hear the pundits, I hear those who are detractors saying, how will this impact our black businesses? I'm glad you asked. You at NewBirth, you're not at that church. So as a consequence, when it is that you register to be a part of this 40-day fast, we have come into partnership with the National Black Chamber of Commerce. National Black Chamber of Commerce CEO is here with us on the day. Brother Busby, would you please stand? Thank you so very much for being with us from Washington, D.C. Listen to me very carefully. When you register for this fast, we will send you a digital directory of 300,000 black businesses in America, where you can do your business instead of going to Target. Y'all not saying anything to me. You can buy black-owned paper towels and toilet paper and soap and dishwashing detergent. Do you know what it's going to be for America when we start shifting our own economic ecosystem and start investing in ourselves? Let me further say to all of the black vendors who presently have products in Target, we are not starting for 30 days because I want you to have enough time to shift all of your product digitally so that the community will be able to support you, your business will not fail, and your family will not suffer. Additionally, every black business that is not in the Black Chamber of Commerce, you got 30 days because the fast does not start until March the 3rd. I need Target to be on full alert because we are operating in decency and in order. We are operating in decency and in order. We are operating in decency and in order. I'm going to say it again. We're operating in decency and in order. I'm saying this before they got a new FBI chief that calls us a terrorist organization. We doing it in decency and in order. Target, you got 40 days to pull it together because you made a commitment after the death of George Floyd that you would invest $2 billion into the black community before, watch this, December of 2025. So you to pull out of that commitment in January, you are reneging to the financial commitment you made to our people. Y'all ain't saying nothing. You got 40 days days before we shut all of it down. We are calling all of the stockholders to be accountable to the commitment that you made to black people. Y'all ain't saying nothing, and I got naysayers saying, won't you just preach the gospel? I'm preaching the gospel. Jesus kicked over tables and used a whip to drive. The administration of this nation is playing a very deadly round of unethical laser tag, or the domestic version of Squid Games. Last week, they sent a memo freezing all federal funds that supported Medicare for the ill, Head Start for the adolescents, Meals on Wheels for the seniors, energy assistance for those in abject poverty, and aid to the unemployed. They then had the epiphany that black people make up 22% of the poor, but only get 14% of the benefits, while white people make up 42% of the poor and receive 69% of the benefits. There are more white people in trailer parks than black people in projects. Mahalia Jackson once said, if you dig one ditch, you better dig two, because the trap you set for me just may be for you. Celie in The Color Purple said, you better be careful, because until you do right by me, in a memo sent from the Defense Intelligence Agency, new policies have just been set in motion that going forward, the country will no longer celebrate Black History Month, Women's History Month, or Juneteenth. Isn't it amazing how people will try to pretend as if they don't know what you did for them? But in their hearts, they know that they are indebted. Because of our free labor, we made this country a superpower. Our bondage made them free from British rule. Our bodies made Cotton King and colonizers capitalists. How dare you despise us when we raised your children, tilled your farm, birthed your mulatto babies after rape, suffered the indignity of being called 3/5 of a human being, told by the church that we didn't have a soul, lynched from trees, had crosses burned in our front yard, had our fathers castrated, couldn't use the bathroom or the water fountain, and we never stormed the Capitol once. You should recite our history by memory. Stony the road we trod, bitter the chastening rod, felt in the days when hope unborn had died. You better say it loud and proud. I'm black and I am unapologetic about it, and America wouldn't be America if it wasn't for the blood, sweat, and tears of your black grandmother and your black grandfather. Don't you dare back down. You ought to stand up proud. An expression called diversity, equity, and inclusion, better known as DEI, which is a philosophy that aims to embrace and support people of all different backgrounds, including race, gender, socioeconomic status, religion, or sexual orientation. For another day, I would have to unpack to you how the media has done a job to make us feel as if we've taken advantage of the system, when the reality is the number one recipients of DEI is white women. if they want to build it based off of meritocracy, then the very first people who ought to have access should be black women. 60% of all master's degrees are held by sisters. Our sisters are not slouches or dummies. They are not to be objectified or reduced to their sexuality. They are more than hips and breasts and lips and hair, but they are brains. Y'all ain't saying nothing. I need you to understand, if you are sitting by a black woman, you sitting by a Wonder Woman. Would you just cheer for a sister that is beside you, who has been able to keep her head together, keep her mind together, keep her family together, keep this church together, and keep this nation together? Black women are superheroes, and you better act like you know. Would you cheer for your mama that did the best she could? Cheer for your grandmother that kept the whole family together. You may be seated. To assuage the fragility of the white male ego, the president vowed to remove the DEI in order to make America great again. But it is really to make America prejudiced again, to make America biased again, to make America sexist again, to make America homophobic again, to make America myopic again. And because he has put this edict in line, corporations are starting to fall in line. Corporations like Walmart, corporations like Facebook, corporations like Amazon, corporations like McDonald's, corporations like Ford, corporations like Lowe's and Clutch Your Pearls, even corporations like Target. They are trying to kiss the ring of the president who thinks he is king. But he doesn't even measure up to Martin Luther. Forget the king. McDonald's, we can drive right through there. Facebook, we can log right off. I'm telling you that Ford, we can switch it over for a Chevy. But Target, how dare you insult and spit in the face of black people? I need y'all to hear this. When black people spend at Target $29 million a day. So if you're going to take our money, you better open up your doors and open up employment and open up scholarships. In any 30 days, black people spend $800 million in Target. Did y'all hear what I just said? In every 30 days, we are spending $800 million in Target. And today, I came to announce we are going to break the spirit of white entitlement. We're going to break the spirit, here it is, of racism and sexism. The spirit is encroaching back into our community, back into our country, and back into our corporations who are intending to take us back to the 1950s. Out of every attack, this is your time to bust a move. The worst thing you can do when you are under attack is to sit still. The enemy is nervous right now because today starts a movement. We are not going to sit idly by and roll over and play dead and let this administration do whatever it is that they want to do. They don't understand we are a defiant people. Something critical is getting ready to happen. Because whenever you got a movement, they want you to be still so that they can focus their target on you. They told Colin Kaepernick, don't kneel. They told Dr. King, don't preach. They told Mahalia Jackson, don't sing. And now you got people telling you, don't boycott. Tell them you ain't boycotting, you fasting. Something is getting ready to happen, ladies and gentlemen, that I hope you are prepared for, because the nation has never seen it on this wise. For the last 50 years, they used to use sitting still, but they don't know a generation is getting ready to start moving. We getting ready to go into the enemy's camp and do what they never expected. The Bible says that because David moved, I need you all to hear this, he escaped that night. Whatever it is that you have been under, God said, watch what I do overnight. That by the time you wake up tomorrow,